Alright, so this is my ranking or tier list on every Phantasm movie. I'm gonna be doing this for let's see, I'm gonna be doing this for Child's Play and Evil Dead. I'll do Paranormal Activity, but so this is every single film ranked worst to best or just best to worst or whatever. So Phantasm, there's only 5 films, which is pretty kind of I wish there was more because I'm gonna be completely honest. When I reviewed these movies, I didn't know what I was getting into. I thought it was just gonna be another simple horror franchise that's like Children of the Corn or The Omen. Like it's gonna be boring, but no. I rewatched these movies again after I did a review on them, and my God, I was so wrong. These are magnificent. So, it's not my usual tier list ranking thing. This is all unedited, so it will be completely raw, like I do my normal tier list. So, by far, in my opinion, I think the best Phantasm. Well, we're just gonna do it from one. Um, this one, the original one, is obviously a classic. You can't go wrong with it. It's obviously S tier. What's so good about this movie is that it introduces you to the whole franchise. The Tall Man, Reggie, Michael's brother, also Mike. You get the weird creature bug. You get the sphere ball that sucks blood out of victims' heads and stuff. You just get it all, and it's perfect. At the end, you see Mike die, but turns out he doesn't die until the second movie. And mainly, I'd say the main movie. I think it was literally remotely or basically revolted around Mike. The whole movie was basically about Mike and his brother, and turns out his brother died. It's like a whole dream sequence bullshit. You know, if you're a Phantasm fan like I am, you know what I'm talking about. So, first one's obviously an S tier. Honestly, so good. Um, Phantasm 2. Now, I do love this movie. I really do. Um, but it's not better than the original. It lives up. It lives up to the hype. But I love how Reggie and Mike are more prepared for the tall man. I like how in this movie they all fall in love with 2 girls. One girl at the end ends up being, I don't know, every girlfriend or girl that Reggie falls in love with is sent by the tall man. It's funny. It's really funny. I like how in the second movie that there's a lot more gruesome kills, like that one spear kill, where it's like one of those people that work for the tall man and end up going in his mouth and shit. You know what I'm talking about. Um, I like the whole part where Reggie has his girlfriend. She's riding him like a cowboy. It's so fucking weird. It's all weird. And then they go shopping, which is classic. Um, but it's still good. It's still good as Phantasm One, but this one has a lot more comedy. This one's a lot more horror, basically, and I love that about Phantasm One. And Phantasm Two is good as Phantasm One. Phantasm 3, Lord of the Dead. I'm gonna be completely honest here. This probably has to be my favorite Phantasm movie, just because it mainly no, no. Phantasm 4 is my favorite because Phantasm 4 remote. I like how it's basically Reggie that takes the lead. I like. I'll explain that. But Phantasm 3, I put it. I'd say it's better than Phantasm 2. I say it's better than Phantasm 2. The reason why is because how can I say this? Phantasm 3. Phantasm 3, you have that whole part where you get Rocky. I like her, I really do. She's a badass woman. You get other kills as well. I'm trying to remember my best because I haven't watched these in a long time. You get Tim. You get Tim, the little kid that has the gun. He's very well trained. His family was taken by the tall man. Um, fuck, my cup fell. But anyways, basically what I was saying is that you get Tim. I like him. I like his character. I like how they explained. I like how Mike says the tall man's weakness is cold, or yeah, basically the cold. Then at the very end, they end up killing him by melting his skin off. But they basically don't kill him. Then you get this weird the ball thing in Mike's head. You get Mike's brother coming back to help Mike. Mike ends up being captured for most of the movie. Is basically around Reggie, and I like how Reggie tries to have sex with Rocky, and it's funny. Um, but yeah, basically I like it. I think it's more. It's basically the same comedy as Phantasm 2, but I say it's a little bit more comedy. The Tall Man, honestly, fucking perfect. I like how Agnes, I think is his name, Agnes Scrim. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he was a one hell of an actor that played the Tall Man. So Phantasm 3 is better than Phantasm 2 in my opinion. Phantasm 4, Oblivion. I love this movie a lot because Reggie, Reggie, he is so badass in this movie because in this movie he does everything he can. He does try to give up the finding Mike because there's no way you can find Mike. But my favorite part of this movie with him in it will probably have to be the part where I think it is in this one. Phantasm 4 cop part where the cop is like fucking deformed and shit. Yeah. I love this part where he fights off with the cop. It's so good. He ends up getting that weird goo shit in his mouth because he always gets stuff in his mouth. Then you have him finding Mike. Mike tries killing himself, but the tall man can only do that. You get this whole dimension thing. I love how they show how the tall man became the tall man. How he's just a normal guy. But this movie goes into like the backstory on how the tall man became him, and I do like Oblivion because of Reggie. He's just a badass in it. He's so good. I love Reggie to death. He's my favorite Phantasm character of all time. So this is probably the best Phantasm movie of all time. It's way better than the first one for me. I love it more. Then Ravager. Now I have like maybe 2 or 3 problems with this movie. One, effects, like I said in the review. Well, a review will be coming very soon. Effects. I don't know what else I would say. I say the kills maybe. But oh yeah, another problem is that Reggie ends up dying, and as they mentioned stuff, which is not really cool. I mean that's what happens when you get older. It just happens. But it's still a decent film. I like how it's like realistic, and I like how Reggie gets his car back. I like how he's still the same Reggie that we all know and love. I like how there's like this one part where he's in the nursing home, and there's one part where he's in this reality acting as the badass that he is. And it just basically goes back and forth. And you get Tall Man Angus Scrim for one last time. He looks older than usual. And yeah. But this is not a bad film. So if I had to rank this, just based on effects, the story's good. But based on effects, it's not good with the effects, but the story is okay. It's either A or B. I'll put it A. It's not bad. No, I'll put an A. Just because I enjoyed it firmly. A lot of people might not like this one for multiple reasons, but I do like it because basically around Reggie, and this is his final performance in this movie. and it's just so good. Um, but basically, that was my whole tier list for Phantasm franchise. Next will probably have to be the Evil Dead movies. I think so. Um, yeah. So that's pretty much about it. Yeah, I know this was like 10 minutes. I know. Yep. But yeah, that's pretty much about it.